And welcome back everybody to the Spacey Tropics review channel, where we try to review everything. Now I tried to make this video yesterday, however, due to the fact that I was in the city, New York City to be exact, all that noise was probably going to be so much of a disruption in the review that I decided to X all that footage and try to remake or recreate something here. Now, as you can see by the small intro that I made, I'm here to review the Beats X for you. Now, I personally paid for this for the retail price of $99. You heard that correctly. I know Apple lists these for about $149, $59, somewhere around that range. But at Best Buy, certain colors like the gray one that I got, the blue, and I believe also the white, is listed for $99 as of the time that I had received it, which was about in June or so. But yes, I paid $99 for these. I'm going to go more in depth into it, but I'm going to tell you from now, this is a very possible win for a lot of people. But anyways, let's not jump to conclusion right now. Let's get inside the box and let's see what's going on in here. Now, as you can see here, right off the bat, this is talking about 8 hours battery life. Now for me, what I think that they put this up there for is not necessarily to combat any other headphone except one. And that would be, at least in my opinion, the Apple AirPods. Not earpods, Air, A-I-R. It is trying to combat with them. Now, I'll get more into that in just a bit as to why I think that. Now, clearly, as you can see by the indentation inside, that's where you're going to see the headphones first and foremost. You're going to have this little pull tab here. Pull open, bada bing, bada boom. Headphones will be here. Talk, listen, beats. We'll get more into that talk thing in a minute because I do have my gripes with it. But after looking through the back, you're going to release the rest of the headphone from the back here and come on in here. Now, that's just some of the little packaging that I ripped off. This part belonging to the case, which we'll get into in a minute. Now, going on with this little booklet. As you can see, nothing's left in the box. We'll shove that to the side. Going on to this little booklet or cardboard box issue here. You're going to see that you're going to have a 3 set of ear tips as well as 2 wing tips. Now the wing tips I have on mine are the, let's see here. Focus. Yeah, there we go. The wing tips that I have on mine are the small wing tips because I don't have a relatively large ear or ear lobes or stuff like that. So I put the small one on. But as you can see, you slide these out and you're going to be using it like this. So you'll peel back and get to the style that you want. Large, medium, small. And then when you're done, slip them back in. And then you'll get to the ear tip, the wing tip side. And once you get to that, you'll understand that this is only a small wing tip, and then this is a large wing tip for those of you that have larger ears. And pretty much that's about it. Going on into the side here, you're gonna see you get your Beats sticker as normal. If you have somebody that hates Beats and you don't really like them, stick them somewhere on their car or wherever they don't like it. But yeah, it comes with the Beats stickers, it comes with a little instruction booklet, etc., etc. But pairing with these is not a problem at all. Going to the back here, now you're gonna see here it's talking about fast fuel. So let's see if I can focus on that. I'm sorry, this kit lens that comes with my Sony isn't really the best. Anyways, here we go. So fast fuel, it's saying 5 minutes of charge is 2 hours of playback. Have I come to that conclusion and gotten 2 hours of playback? Absolutely. Absolutely. 2 hours of playback from 5-minute charge. It's the bomb. It's awesome. More into that in a bit. But also, it's saying that at a full charge, which you probably can't see that, but at a full charge, it's saying 45 minutes for a full charge, you get the full 8 hours playback. I don't know about 45 minutes. I just usually leave it in charge, but I do know that when I do leave it in charge and come back and it's fully charged, 8 hours is a win. It's a go. It works. Now let me just dump everything back in the box here, and let's jump right on into the headphone and back to my face. Now, the Beats X. First, let's get into the case. This is the case that comes with the Beats X. It's a rubber soft shell case. Feels good in the hand. And usually cases like these don't really tickle my fancy, if you want to call it that, but it's good nonetheless. It's good enough. Now, with the Beats X, what they plan on telling you or making you do is fold it around like this, fold it up like that, and then stick it inside the case. Like that. Now for me, knowing cables and knowing Beats products from days past, folding up cables, or twisting it up at like this at least, it's not the best thing. It's not. So usually what happens is I usually just leave it charged, and when it's done, I hold it like this and stick it in my bag. Case closed. Nothing to worry about. But anyways, that was the case. Let's get into the headphones themselves. Now, as you can see, they look like something out of a alien book. When I first saw these, and I was just like, what? Why all of this? Why couldn't they just make it a straight cable around your neck in the back? Quite honestly, after using it, I got so accustomed to it that I'm just like, this is great. This is pretty good. So, putting it over your neck like a necklace, this hard part is going to be here around, well, it's not really hard, it's rubber, but you understand, it's going to be around your neck most of the time. The buds themselves are extended all the way down. Now, what I like about this design is that once you put them in your ear, if I can come closer here, let's see, move this light. If I can come closer here, you're going to see that it fits very nice. Very nice in my ear. I've had no comfort issues, no nothing with this headphone or earbuds. It has been probably one of the most top-notch earbuds that I've tried in a long time. Now, me personally, I have a problem with earbuds staying in my left ear. They really don't stay in my left ear whatsoever. I have a big problem. Almost every earbud, including with the Bose. Well, I can't say with the Bose because that did stick in my ear for a majority of the time, but because of the fact that they're so light and that they just sit there like that, and I just go like this for a couple of times, it just falls right out with their wingtip on. These, however, because they have, I guess, I don't really know what to call it, but because the small ear tip is so narrow, it just sits inside of my ear, or the eardrum right there, so nicely. It's very comfortable. I've had no comfort issues whatsoever. The wingtip is pretty damn good too. It's a little stiff, but I like the stiffness because it really fits and sticks and stays in my ear. As you can see, the bud itself is like, let's see if I can do this here. The bud itself is the earbud itself is really small. It's very, very small. If you can see it here. Yeah, there we go. The bud itself is very small. It's tiny. And when you take off the wingtip, it's even smaller. Some of you might not want the wingtip. Some of you might want the wingtip. That's personally your preference, your choice. But now going back, comfort-wise, these are awesome. And also the fact that when you put them in, the cable itself is so far and so long from this that I've noticed something that really happens with a lot of other headphones or a lot of earbuds that just have the wire straight around your neck versus something like this. With the ones with the wire straight around my neck, usually when I go like this, sometimes every now and again, you don't notice it. It happens very, well, it doesn't happen very often at all. It's very minute, discreet, probably a little, nitpicking on my end. But what I did notice is that usually they tug, and then they tug on the ear, and then they fall out. That's what I've noticed. I don't know if you guys have noticed it yourselves while wearing such earbuds such as like the Jaybird Freedoms or X2s, X3s, or maybe the Bose Soundsport Wireless or certain other headphones like that. I've noticed it with earbuds like that. I should say, I keep saying headphones. But with this, because the cable is so long, and because this is hanging around my neck, I don't feel that same tugging. Even when I'm running or jogging, or let's say doing something to try and exercise, or something requiring movement, I don't feel that these will fall out of my ear at all, especially with the comfort level and how nice they stick inside of my ear. Now, as you can see, it's magnetized, so you will get bumping, but it's not like it's not magnetized and it's gonna bump here and there and go all over the place. Now, Beats claim 8 hours battery life. I've been getting 8 hours battery life. For me, what 8 hours entails is that about 75 to 80% volume, along with an hour to an hour and a half commute going and coming from my job place. So it usually takes me about roughly 2 days before I have to recharge the headphones. And again, 45 minutes, all I gotta do is plug this in at work for 45 minutes and it's ready to go again. So for me, battery life has just been working and working and working great. And that 5 minutes to 2 hours, that has been a lifesaver, because I know I was traveling one day, coming home with the train, and the Beats, you know, they gave that little notification thing saying, well, it's not a notification, it's just more of a sound. They gave the chime saying, oh, you know, battery low. Plugged these up for 5 minutes, had no trouble getting home, because the 5 to 2. Now here's where there's a dire situation. Well, not really dire, but here's where like a more stronger situation. Now, I wanted to test these fully and see if the 2 hours really meant 2 hours. So what I did was I ran these dry at the workplace, and when I was ready to leave, before I was ready to leave, I plugged it in at 4:55, unplugged it at 5 p.m., started heading my way. I got home with no problem, and as soon as I got home, which, you know, from the hour to hour and a half that I take to travel, as soon as I got home, that's when it gave me the notification to say, oh, battery low. I don't know about you, but to me that's a major win. That is a major, major, major win. Now previously, I said that these are a competitor for the Apple AirPods. Why do I say that? Well, honestly, to me it's a competition for the AirPods because, one, not only is this the only Beats products, as far as I know, to charge via lightning, if you could see it right here, charge via lightning, but this also has the W1 chip inside. So now you might be asking yourself, okay, well, you know, my AirPods are awesome. They all they need to do is charge for a little bit, and they play for 5 hours playback, 8 hours playback here. All they need to do is be in their little case, slip in my pocket. You could easily slip this in your pocket no matter what, whatever the case is. I know most people even slip their AirPods in their bags when they're not using them and they're done with it. So I slip this in my bag too. It's just that there is no charging pouch or charging whatever for this. You just have to charge it with a cable. Now the included cable that comes with it is about like 6 inches. I recommend not to use it. It's a good quality cable, but the fact that it's this tiny, makes absolute no sense to me, and I wouldn't use it if I was you. I would just use your regular lightning cable that you can buy anywhere from any Apple store, or if you have a lightning cable with your iPhone or iPad, etc., whatever iOS device you have. Now, besides let's get rid of the case factor. Let's say you have the AirPods, let's say you have these. Now the AirPods do come with a few other gesture-based things, but these also come with their own gesture-based because of the inline control and stuff. And quite honestly, I think the inline control is a little bit more, well, I wouldn't say a little bit more, I'd say it's close to the same responsiveness as the AirPods with its little touch controls to play, pause, or activate Siri. Have I activated Siri with this? No, I usually hook this up to my Android phone, my LG V30. So no Siri. Google Assistant, I never really thought of using my assistant with these, so whatever that case is, whatever you want to make of it. But let's put the case and stuff aside. Let's understand what's really going on here. This has a W1 chip. The AirPods have the W1 chip. This charges with lightning. The AirPods charge via the case that charges via lightning. These sound better. Now, I know a lot of people are probably cringing and saying, no, my AirPods sound great, blah, 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 la, la, la. But you gotta understand, you're paying $160, $15. Well, I went to Apple because I wanted the AirPods myself, but I got these before I got that. I went to Apple and they said it's $159 or $160 plus tax. At least here in New York City, it's $173.11. That's total cost, everything that you're paying for AirPods. $99, paid $108.81 or something like that. $108.50, anywhere between $108.56 to 81 cents, somewhere between there. But yeah, I paid $100 for this, and I still get the W1 chip. I still charge via lightning, and on top of that, my sound quality gets better, my battery life gets better, my quick charge time is a lot better. Imagine you charge, it says 5 minutes, 2 hours. You charge this for 10 minutes, you're getting a little bit longer than 2 hours. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, 45 minutes gives you the full 8 hours. Simple as that. You quick charge these bad boys, they're ready to go. The AirPods, you have to slip them back in and wait. You can't just say, okay, I can charge it for such and such and it's gonna work. No. Now, unless you have like the 12-watt adapter from the iPad, or, you know, you go crazy and overkill and try to do something else with the Apple brick and hit stick USB-C in there and lightning. Oh god, no, that's gonna kaboom, right? But push come to shove, for $99 and for the sound quality that you get from these, which, by the way, I'd have to give it an 8 out of 10. It's not like holy crap audiophile quality, but for the average everyday consumer, you're gonna be picking these over the Bose Sound Sport Wireless, bar none. You're honestly gonna be picking these over a lot of things, especially if you're an iOS user. Because of that W1 chip, my range is phenomenal. Okay, I went through three walls, maximum of about 40 feet, 3 walls, and this thing was still playing with no issue. I still could raise the volume on my iPad, skip the track, go track back, no issues, no hiccup. I mean, I can even do that. Honest to God, I don't know what Beats and I don't know what Apple's doing with Beats, but it is phenomenal. Even my Beats Solo 2s, my Solo 2s can go through 3 walls, but that's for a different day. You get great range with these. You get great, well, I wouldn't say great. Even though I said 8, let's leave it at this. This has lots of bass. It's Beats product. Lots of bass is definitely here. The mids, they are present. It's not the best in the world, but they are present. And the highs, yes, I do get highs. I do get them, but I'd probably rate the highs out of, let's say, maybe anywhere from a 6.5 to a very, like, intensely light 7. They work for me. They work great. And for the everyday average consumer who is, if you want to check it out there again, for the everyday average consumer, this is a win. I don't care what people like Austin Powers says. Austin Powers. Whoops. I don't care what people like Austin Evans says. I don't care what MKBHD says. I don't care what Lou says from Unbox Therapy. I don't care what any of these people say. I'm here for you guys, and I'm telling you the truth. If you're an average consumer, you're not trying to pay over crazy amounts of dollars for a pair of earbuds, then get yourself a pair of these. They're gonna work for the time being until you can, afford something amazing. Now, something that I did forget to mention, excuse my phone, something I did forget to mention was about the microphone on the Beats X. I know a lot of you use your earbuds for conference calling and for this and for that. Let me take off the fan here. I know a lot of you use the microphones on your earbuds for conference calling and all this, doohickeys and whatnot. I can tell you right now, I'd say it's a 50-50. It's up to you, really, if you want to use this thing for conference calls or not. For regular calls, it's pretty okay. People tell me that they did not experience any echoing, any type of, extra background noise, etc. When I made a phone call with them on the Beats X. However, when it comes to saying or sending stuff by voice over like WhatsApp voice message, that totally goes to crap. I've tried to send 2 messages to the same person and it didn't go through for whatsoever. Maybe it's just on my side, maybe it's just buggy with an Android phone, maybe it's not as buggy with the iOS stuff. As far as iMessaging is concerned, I don't know if it'll work better with the iMessage voice recording. I have yet to test that myself, seeing as that I don't have an iPhone and I don't really have WhatsApp on the iPad to be able to, send WhatsApp messages through iPad. But nonetheless, the microphone is still pretty good for everyday average calling. You won't have trouble with it, and because of the seal that's created, you're gonna hear the other person pretty good. So you have no issues whatsoever, besides the little hiccup, and also the fact that you gotta make sure the microphone is facing your mouth. If it's not facing your mouth and facing the other way, I believe the microphone is directional. so it'll pick up whatever's on that side and not your mouth. So make sure the microphone is next to your mouth. That's my only gripe. The AirPods will probably have a better, well, not probably, they do have a better microphone array than the Beats X. However, I'd still probably choose the Beats X still. You know, that's a minor thing for me. If people say they can still hear me, then I'm totally fine with that. I have no issue just fixing the earbud a little bit. But other than that, let's get back to the main review. Price. If you can cop these for the same price I got them at, for $99, you can cop these for $99. Well, $108 and change after tax. This is a certified go. This is a certified win. I'm not too sure on the water resistance aspect of this, but I can tell you sure fact that I have sweated quite a bit. I have sweat quite a bit while trying to do a little bit of workout with it, and they don't get phased. They don't get phased whatsoever. Is it water resistant? No, I'm not saying that. Is it sweat resistant? No, I'm not saying that either. I'm not even too sure. I don't even think the box says it. Let's see. Nope. Box does not say it. So these aren't rated to do any type of water resistance. You can't run in the rain with these. You can't, you know, dip this in water and think it's gonna be okay. But from the workout that I have done, especially most of y'all are just doing bike and treadmill and, you know, lifting a little weights here and there, this is perfectly fine. You want real workout earbuds? Get yourself a pair of Power Beats. That's what I'm gonna get next, so I can give you guys my honest and true real opinion. If I think that you should get something else, or, you know, etc., you know the deal. Again, you can get these for $99. Go for it. Go for it with open arms. There's no problem with it. Again, 8 hours playback compared to the 5 hours on the AirPods. 5 minutes equals to 2 hours playback. Tested and proven. And quite honestly, compared to the AirPods, these actually come in colors. Now, I know some of you might be going crazy, like, oh, well, they just dropped the, well, what is it? The 10-year anniversary one, and it's like $150, $60, blah, 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 blah. Look, you want that? Go ahead and go get that, okay? It's not worth the price, because, well, I can't really say it's not worth the price, because it does still sound pretty good, especially compared to other earbuds, but, it's a better buy at $99 than it is for $160 or so. It's a better buy right then and there. And you probably won't be disappointed. Your kids won't be disappointed. Even anybody older that's just looking for a pair of beater buds. I wouldn't call these necessarily beaters, but, you know, for the price, why not, right? This will be linked in the description below with the Best Buy link. I will also put the Amazon link, but I'm pretty sure the Amazon link has it as full price. But it's up to your discretion on what you want to do. It comes in a various amount of colors, I believe. This gray, navy blue, white, some rose gold, pinkish looking one. I do believe it comes in red, I think. It comes in the black and red, aka Defiant Black, which is the color for the 10-year anniversary. It comes in full black, and I believe that's about it. If I'm missing one or two colors, I'm pretty sure one of y'all will correct me in the comment section below. If you have any questions, note that every single review, almost every single review at least, anybody who has had a question, I have answered them wholeheartedly, fully, and had no trouble giving them full paragraph explanations if they really need that absolute help. Anyways, yeah, so it's gonna make a great gift. You're gonna love it. $99. I'll put the link in the description below. Colors are there for those of you that want colors, so you don't have to pay how much, 300 and change from Colorware to get colored AirPods. Really? So I went from 173.11 to color. That's a different story. Anyways, thank you guys for coming back for another review. I do hope you enjoy it. Again, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. I will answer you to the best of my abilities. Y'all are great. Well, I don't have a Spacey Tropics shirt on because I used them all and they're in the wash. So thank you for watching Spacey Tropics. Spacey Tropics, the website will be linked in the description below. I'm gonna try and revamp the website again. I have to go between work and trying to revamp the website again because, you know, it's only me running the show. Obviously I have my heat press and everything in the back here, you can see that. But anyways, Spacey Tropics, linked in the description below for the clothing side of things. Thank you for watching this review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Love all of y'all. Come back for the next one. I'll catch y'all.